Just going for a walk through Mount Royal. What a beautiful neighborhood. Beautiful day. There's a park over there. Maybe there's a bench to sit. Some beautiful homes here. And yeah, I'm going to kind of see what's up this way. I've never been here before, to this part of Mount Royal. More beautiful trees, canopies, and beautiful older homes. But I'm going to walk this way. I walked through parts of this neighborhood with Natalia when she was here in 2019. I don't know if we walked over here. It's a huge area, Mount Royal. And I've never seen this park. There's a large statue there. Interesting. This is maybe a 15-minute walk from where I live. I walked along 17th Avenue, also known as the Red Mile, where there's a lot of bars and shops, and that's how I kind of got here. But you can just see some of these homes here. They're beautiful. And they're all older. And they get much larger than this as you get into Mount Royal. I wonder who this is a statue of. Yeah, I've lived in Calgary so many years, and I've been through Mount Royal, I've just never been to this part of the neighborhood. But not a single bench. Oh, maybe there's one up there. So who is this guy? I wonder if Mount Royal is named after Montreal, Mont Royal. Because there is Mount Royal in Montreal. Oh, there's the whole story there, I think. James Wolfe. I wonder how many slaves he owned. Oh, well. Yeah, it would be so bloody easy to get lost in this neighborhood because all of the streets kind of meander like this. Around little green spaces, and that's the direction I just walked from. And I am going to go. Obviously, that van parked out front is the help. Probably some tradesperson. Yeah, just really beautiful. I'm going to walk in this area. I love the tree canopy here. Just amazing. Cabot Street. Named after John Cabot or Cabot. Possibly. Yeah, and a lot of these homes are built back in the early 1900s. Some of them even before that. But we're going to venture this way. The temperature changed so much just from stepping into the shade here. You know what? I'm going to turn back and go the other way. Looks nice down there. And on the left is that park. Don't know the name of it. Maybe it's called Wolf Park or something, but you can just see. It's a beautiful neighborhood. I've never seen this part of Mount Royal. I wonder, like most of these homes do look original, but there looks like there's the odd infill, obviously this. But many of them are still perfectly intact. Quebec Avenue. And so well manicured, the properties, and yeah, I like this neighborhood. Beautiful. And I know as I get further in, the homes further in here are just mind-blowingly huge. Like estates. these spruce trees. Or are they fir? Probably very old trees through here. Yeah, what a beautiful morning. I think it's maybe 10:30 or 11. Maybe not even that late yet. But as you can see, if you were up here, you would see how easy it is, how easy it would be to get lost. What does this say? Municipal Historic Resource, Montcalm Crescent. Green ash. The green ash was planted in 1930. So what's that? This tree? Don't know. Wow. It's beautiful. Frontenac Avenue. So they're all named after military and explorers and yeah. Beautiful neighborhood. This tree here, 100-year-old trees or more. Let's venture down this way. Yeah, if you ever come to Calgary, it's recommended to go for a stroll through this neighborhood if you're able. I think seeing things from a car would be totally different. You wouldn't get to enjoy all these trees. And just moving through a place like this at a slower pace, you take in so much more. Look at the hedges. Yeah, I'm talking like I've never seen nice homes before. Of course I have, but just the mix of different structures. Nowadays, when you go to a new opulent or a newer high-end neighborhood, all the homes look the same, you know. Cookie cutter, sure, they're $1 million plus homes, but they all look the same. And in this neighborhood, everything is so unique and has so much character that is lacking in the newer developed neighborhoods. And there's another confusing street. I think this home on the corner here is massive. Just standing on a little island, like a traffic circle kind of deal. Yeah, the roads are so different up here. You would not think this is Calgary. You would think this might be Vancouver or somewhere. So I could go off to the right. I think I'll take a peek down that way. Huh. I think I'll walk up to the corner here. I have a fairly good sense of direction, but I'm already I think if I was to go too far in here, I would definitely be lost. I mean, I would have a general idea. I'd know which way is south, north, that kind of thing, but another little park. And I mean, yeah, just more of the same further over there. And that way, this is called Carlton Street. So I'll head back and go to the right. Yeah, we haven't had a significant rainfall in 2 or 3 weeks, so that little hill there is starting to get a little brown. The trees must have loved all the rain we had in May and June. Everything's still quite green in that regard. But I think to get to the big homes that I'm referring to, it's further up and then to the right. And I don't feel like walking. I've already been walking for well over an hour and a half. And I haven't even eaten breakfast or eaten yet. So here's another traffic circle. And downtown is that way. So that's north, that's south. And yeah, there's There's some beautiful homes coming up here. Maybe I will head this way just for a little bit. See what's over here. Yeah, I have walked this street before. Beautiful birch, like a weeping birch. Certain parts of Calgary have many of those older neighborhoods, and it's nice to see so many still alive. Now, where are we here? This is 10th Street Southwest and Frontenac Avenue again, just the other side of it. More beautiful big trees. Another home for sale. That's a beautiful cottage style. Lovely home. And another lovely street with massive trees and massive homes. Sounds like somebody's doing some arbor, like a wood chipper or something ahead of me. And that's Frontenac Avenue continuing that way. It would be nice to see what's up this hill over here. Another park, another green space. And as far as you can see up there, there's more homes. Oh, this is a new house. I don't think it's it's brand new. So they've at least tried to keep the character of the neighborhood. I don't think it's a modification or an upgrade. You know, even though they still try to stay in character, it's still, sometimes they look cheesy or tacky, the homes that try to mimic the older style. I think I'll go downhill as opposed to uphill. Yeah, I love the fronts of these properties here. Where will that take me? Do I want to walk all the way to the end? Yes. So another traffic circle. I'm not sure what's ahead of me. More big homes way across this park, this field. I think that might be the back of a school over here, if I'm not mistaken. I think this might be one of the first neighborhoods to have traffic circles in the city. Yeah, so you can see there's downtown over there. And that is a school and a baseball diamond over there. And then up here, it's more of Mount Royal. I think this would still be considered Mount Royal. I have driven through here, so I recognize this street. But I won't go that way. I'll turn around. Yeah, downtown just over that way. I guess my place would be, my home would be somewhere in between where I'm standing and downtown. And I'll just pan back this way behind me. And that's kind of where I came from. Passing over 8th Street, Mount Royal back there where I was walking. And I would think this is still part of Mount Royal. There's Upper Mount Royal and Lower Mount Royal. But they have a elementary or junior high school, whatever this is, close by. Would it be nice to grow up here? Well, and it's so close to downtown, you know. Earl Grey School. This is a nice home, interesting design. Where am I? I have walked here. This is 7th Street. So if I hang a left here, I'll get down to 17th Avenue eventually. But I might just go straight. Yeah, off to my left, I see some of the skyscrapers downtown. Probably be obstructed. So yeah, there's downtown straight ahead. That looks like it veers off to the left a bit, and I want to kind of go straight that way because I'm close to 6th Street. So that's Hope Street and Hillcrest Avenue. And I know Hope Street because when we first moved here, we were looking to get a cat. So this would have been 1977, perhaps 78 when we began looking for a cat. We did get one, Boots. But we came up to Hope Street because somebody had cats for sale or for free. And that was the first exposure to Mount Royal. At that time we were living in Lake Bonavista. And I forget if we saw the kittens and didn't like them or not our cup of tea kind of thing and opted out. And I don't think I've been over here. It looks like a nice lookout, and as I'd mentioned in previous videos, Calgary has got a lot of hills, and it's almost like built parts of the city in a riverbed. So a lot of this would have been like erosion from glacier water and that. So I'm going to walk up here, see what kind of view I have. Looking south. Probably not much but trees and the tops of some homes. But it would be interesting just to see. There's one of those birch trees that I was referring to. Some of them are on their last legs. 2/3 of that tree is dead by the looks of it. That's sad. This one's still pretty good. And looks like Walter White is here with Jesse taking in the view. There's stairs there that go down. Okay, I know where I am now. I think I might be near the Glencoe Club. I don't know if that's somewhere around here. But I do know where I am, kind of. So there's a set of stairs there that take you down. I think that is the Glencoe Club down there somewhere. Perhaps right in front of me. I'm not sure. This lady's using the stairs as a means of exercise. I will pan back and then I'm going to head home. So there's Walter White and his friend looking south. Now there's a nice view of downtown, and I don't think I've ever seen it from here coming around this corner, and if I did, it might have been in a car. But we're very hazy this morning, and I'm not sure if that's humidity or forest fire smoke from the mountains, but I do not smell any smoke. And I haven't seen any smokers smelted in Calgary since May. We had some exposure to smoke then, but we've been very lucky since. But it is hazy. It's a blue sky here, but looking this direction there's a lot of haze, and that's looking northeast. And you know what? I have been here before. Dushka and I came here, but we didn't walk where I just did. We walked straight ahead. And I can remember sitting on that bench. But at that time it was a little different here. I don't know what. Maybe I'm thinking of another viewpoint. But we did sit along a bench that overlooked that part of downtown. But there was more homes around it and trees. So I'm going to go over here and have a look. And you know something, this is where the bench used to be. So they've redeveloped this little area, seating area. Pretty sure the bench used to be further up and there was more trees and growth here. because this is exactly where we sat and I took some photos. Yeah, you can tell these trees are relatively new. We would have been up here close to 15 years ago, and it was a bit different. And I believe our bench would have been somewhere here where this little grassy area is. But they've redeveloped a lot of this, and I do remember this home. So that's a nice view of downtown. And the Mission area, that would be Mission down there in Lower Mount Royal. Upper Mount Royal. No, sorry, Lower Mount Royal. So over there you can see the domed structure. That's Lindsay Park Aquatic Center. I forget what they call that now, MNF Leisure Center or something like that. So yeah, I talked to a fellow coming up the hill here, and he said that the Glencoe Club is back there, that first place that I had pointed out. Not here, which makes sense. This is still Mission, and I kind of see the Mission Medical Tower back there, so yeah. I know where I am, and Safeway is just down to my right. And I have, you know what, I have walked down the street to my right, down below here, hundreds of times, and I've always looked up and seen this cliff. These stairs didn't exist 40 years ago or 30 years ago even, maybe not even 20 years ago. But I have looked up this way, but I've never actually taken the stairs. And you can see how people would have maybe come up here years ago. There is a path that kind of twists back and forth there. So that would be Mission, and the Beltline area is just further up that way and downtown. And the Safeway that I usually go to is just to my right. If I was to take these stairs down, I would get there. It's like a couple of blocks away. So I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna get a photo of this too. Yeah, what a beautiful view. So at the base of the stairs, and yeah, Safeway is over there, Elbow Drive is there, 4th Street is like 1 block that way. And these are the stairs that I just came down. I forget the name of this school. There's 2 of them. There's one here and a little, almost identical school a little further up that way. So, and a lady who was using the stairs to exercise, I asked her how long the stairs have been there. She said maybe 10 years at the most. So, this is Cliff Street. And yeah, right up there is 5th Street, and the block over is 4th. And along 4th, there's many restaurants and bars. I think this is like known as Cliff Bungalow, I think, this neighborhood here. So, another shot of those stairs. And all the trees, beautiful. And if you walk up around this way, that would take you to Safeway if you go straight and then to the left. And it's a really nice little nook corner there with plenty of trees and green space. And if I keep walking straight, which I will, in about 5 minutes I'll be on 17th Avenue, where more restaurants and bars are. So it's really a nice neighborhood. Beautiful part of the city. I mean, I have so many amenities close by. I've got all my grocery stores. I have 2 Safeways, a co-op, I think 5 Shoppers Drug Marts within a 15-minute walk of where I live. 4 or 5 Dollaramas within a 10-minute walk. Downtown is basically a 10-minute walk from my home. Doctors, dentists, everything. So as opposed to living in the suburbs, I prefer this any day. I grew up in the suburbs, so I much prefer this. So this is called Cliff Bungalow Elementary School, but it's not, I don't think it's a school anymore. Montessori School of Calgary. I wonder what that is. So straight ahead of me on the left is the other school I was referring to. And I think both look like they were built sometime in the early 20th century. More nice older homes on my right. So here's a beautiful avenue or street, 5A Street. And I'm just coming off of Royal Avenue. And that's that old school that I just walked past. And University Street. So this building on my right, it's an older apartment, probably built back in the 1930s would be my guess. But they've added another floor to the top, as you can see up there, for a penthouse. So that's pretty cool. You can see the nice canopy of trees through here. And straight ahead is 17th Avenue. 17th Avenue is in front of me. So. And I'm literally 5 minutes from home. So you get an idea of how inner city or close to downtown Mount Royal is. And on my left, past in the next block, is Western Canada High School. And that's the high school that Romina went to. When she came to Canada, we enrolled her. They did an assessment on her, educational wise. I forget what they call that. And like an evaluation. And they put her in there, and she did 3 years of high school in a year and a half. She challenged certain exams and just blew through everything, and she graduated with honors. So kudos to her. She's very smart.